Welcome to our first segment of Cooking with Saya. A lot of times what people don't get with type 1 diabetics is their diet is not much different from yours. A lot of people are always suggesting, oh, eat low carb, or keto would be a good idea for you. That is a healthy choice. And keto and low carb are not always healthy and safe choices for type 1 diabetics. Those can put type 1 diabetics in a ketoacidotic state, which is good for somebody doing type 2 and wanting keto and wanting to get into that ketoacidotic state, but it can be very dangerous for a type 1. So in this segment, we're going to just explore a lot of meals that can be healthy options, ways to look at it. We may do a few keto meals, but we're not going to sit here and tell you you have to do low carb or you have to do keto. We're just going to give you a whole bunch of options of great foods to have to get all the nutrients that you need, because that is more important than being on a particular diet of keto or low carb, which can be an illusion. When you're doing as a type 1, you never want to just take away whatever you have, because that is going to put them in a little bit more jeopardy and in a little bit more of an unsafe situation. So we're going to, yes, in some of these segments have maybe low carb options or even keto options, but that may be one meal out of your day. You don't want to sit here and do all of that and put yourself in a dangerous situation as to where your blood sugars may be all over the place, or you may not be getting what you need and you may end up in the hospital because you're in such a dire state. So today, what are we making?
We're making tostadas.
They used to make these all the time when they were little, and it's something easy, it's simple. You can do it with meat, you can do it with chicken, you can do it with whatever you have around the house. And a lot of the ingredients we're using, they're fresh, but don't be afraid to use canned, frozen, whatever you have available to you, use those things, because I'm not trying to tell you you have to eat this way. We are just looking to start and find great choices to get all the balance that we need. So on today's, we are going to do with ground turkey. So we're gonna have a pound of ground turkey. I like black beans in mine. I don't know, she likes black beans in hers, so we're gonna season some black beans up, do a little corn on the side, top it with tomatoes, top it with all of that. Most of your work is gonna be in preparing the meat, because once you do the tostadas, all you gotta do is bake them and they're gonna bake up. So you're not gonna deal with too much frying, and then just throw your toppings on top. So join us, let's make this simple, easy, fun meal. First, we're gonna start with preparing our ground turkey. That's gonna be the hardest part. Usually what I like to put in mine is a half a poblano, gives a little smoky flavor. It's not spicy, and then onion. And usually I use green onions. And as well, we can also prepare this onion for our black beans to give it a little bit more flavor. Then we have the seasonings, whatever seasonings you like, but I like a little chili powder, chipotle powder, salt, pepper, some cayenne, but if cayenne's too spicy for you, you can use just regular salt and pepper, or seasoning salt, a little slap your mama.
Poblano pepper.
You can put that in there. And then you can also squeeze in some garlic. Just tell them we have some garlic, and we're going to fresh press some garlic. So press it. And you're probably going to have to use a knife and scrape it off. Yeah. Do you press it all the way down?
Yeah.
Got it? Or you have to do more of a scrape like. Is it?
It's too big.
Oh, no, it's not. And the last piece. It can always be a non-meat option, like a walnut mushroom kind of mix. That's a great option. That's an option I also make, to do a walnut mushroom mix and marinate that and put it in so that we can have a different. I'll do is start chopping up your white onion so that it can go in the actual black beans. Like I said, I use a can, but I like to add a little bit more flavor to mine. So don't be afraid to add more flavor and spices to whatever you get. So I chop up some onion most of the time. And season to taste, not too much salt. You want more of a flavorful spice. One thing I'm missing is cumin today, and that usually brings a great spice to meat in different Mexican dishes. So you want to break up the meat. So that can be cooked thoroughly through. You want your ground meat to be well. Having raw meat is not, it's unsafe to consume raw meat. We're going to put the onion in a saucepan, the same saucepan that we're going to put the black beans in. Put a little bit of oil at the bottom of the pan. It's okay if you don't do it after, if you do it before. And we're going to turn that one up to medium. And we're going to work on browning the onion. Since we have fresh corn today, we're going to have to take the corn off the shuck. Now, if you want to eat it the other way, but for the most part, we're going to have to take the corn off the shuck. This may be a little bit hard for some people. It can be a little harder. But this is how I take it off the shuck. You can do that?
I think so.
All right. You can kind of see where it's at. And it doesn't hurt to cook one thing at a time. I'm just helping her out, so it's going to be a lot easier for us to cook a few things at a time while we cut other things. got to do, this is a pretty lean meat, so we usually don't have to strain it, but we're going to strain this meat to make sure to get any excess oil out of it. But this one usually doesn't have any. Is put a little oil in the pan, turn it up to medium heat, stir beans occasionally, and in the stirring of the beans, I usually put chipotle powder in here. So a little chipotle powder, a little Santa Fe chili powder after I put chipotle powder in there, a little bit of cayenne, and a little bit more sea salt, and a little bit more pepper. Himalayan pink salt, sea salt, iodized salt, however you're using, use what you gotta use. Do what you gotta do. And as you can see, it's getting a little thicker. Oh, and we also put a little cilantro. You want to cut a little cilantro up and put it in the beans? Cilantro and beans is really good. Yeah, just
like that?
Yeah, and then chop that up tight, lighter. Chop that up a little bit more. Good job. It's coming out good. Yeah, go ahead, put it in the beans, mix it in. It's gonna add a great flavor to the beans. Parents, if you're watching this is a simple meal that the whole family will eat and be easy and light. All right, so let's saute the corn. This is a quick, easy meal that you just have to prepare, and then they can do their own tostadas depending on how old they are or what they're capable, what you allow them to do in your kitchen. So all you have to do is prepare these things, put them in different containers and say, hey, there's tostadas in there, put some tostadas in the toaster oven or put them in the big oven. We're about to put some in there on 400. Let them bake, and you have a quick, easy meal for them when you're gone, when you're not there, or if you're needing to get dressed for something or get prepared for something and they have time to eat, it's something they can prepare for themselves. And we are going to use them. These are organic. They're like $2 and I think 94 cents or something like that, or $3 at Whole Foods. It only comes with 8, but it's non-GMO for the corn. And if you're not, you can get almond flour tortillas if you want, or you can even get just regular corn, whatever is available to you. Just start with where you can, because trying to get all this non-GMO, it's going to have your mind spinning around trying to look for the right things and thinking you have the wrong thing and you're doing it wrong. Just work from where you are. So corn tortillas, great for tostadas. Put the beans over here so I can do an immersion blend on them. Bake these at 400 degrees, fry for about 10 to 15 minutes. However you like them, however hard you like them. I like mine crispy. How do you like yours? Crispy, pretty crispy. I'm just gonna drizzle a little oil on it. Rub it in. And for now, we'll just make 2. And we'll put it in the oven. I don't call them refried because if I'm not mistaken, refried beans are like double cooked. So these are only cooked once, if I'm not mistaken. Unless I think they initially cook them when they put them in. So maybe they are refried, however it goes. Keep the immersion blender in or you'll get beans on yourself like me. Have you ever cut up avocado before?
Yeah.
Okay. Girl, you and your fingers. So look, let me show you. Your fingers to the side. So you got it right here. First, you want to take this out. So your hand never really has to touch it, and you're rotating it around the knife. like that. So then you pop it open. So, Tostadas are ready. Oof. Tostadas are ready. So, let's do. Let's just check out how Saya assembles her tostada. What would you put first? Yeah. Oh, she's not a fan of arugula.
I don't think I've ever had it, so I'm trying it.
It's like peppery. Don't be shy for the camera. Do what you do. You want to load it up? Load it up. So what else do you like? Oh, corn.
I'm not sure if I should put corn on top of it or on the side. Never had it on top of it. Do you normally put it on top?
Sometimes I do. But, I mean, it's up to you. Do whatever you do. So she wants her corn on the side. And there you have it. Saya's tostada. Bring it. There you go. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Tell us what else, other meals you'd like us to cook or other ideas you'd like us to see all your options in. Remember, you are not limited in any way. You have everything you need, and don't let people tell you what you should or shouldn't be eating in this type 1 diabetic or even immunocompromised world, because people love to tell you what you should be eating or how you should be eating or how you should look. And that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to help you to understand yours and flow freely through this, so you know all the options you have and you don't feel restricted and you don't feel like you have no options or you're having a hard time finding a way through. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Please come back for the next episode. We're not quite sure what we'll be making, but I will put the nutrition facts in the description box of this actual video. So thank you guys once again, and remember, you aren't for everything and everything isn't for you.